Howdy YouTube, my name's Ethanra, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. So this is going to be yet another special video, but the thing about this one is probably going to be the most special time-wise, because it's going to be the very first time I do this, where I record something early and then release it at the appropriate time, because I'm in the know, but there's no way I'm going to post it before that because I don't want to spoil anything. It's just I want to get my thoughts out now before I completely forget them. But this video is going to be about Eternia's Kyrie EX banner pull, which should be out by the time this is out. So with that in mind, if you have not seen Eternia's pull for Kyrie EX, go watch it, then come back. Alright, this is your one and only warning. But since I'm such a nice guy, I'll give you yet another one. Your really last one. If you have not seen Eternia of Light, if you don't know who that is, definitely go look her up now, because she is a very, very interesting YouTuber and a good friend of mine. And she also makes Kingdom Hearts videos, but they're way better than mine. So if you enjoy mine, you will love hers. But like I said, if you don't know who she is, go check her out, especially now, because I'm about to talk about a video of hers that you have not seen, and I don't want to spoil it for you. So again, go check her out now, then come back. Now, if you are still here, I assume that means you have seen it, so we're going to talk about it. That video is arguably going to be the most important video that Eternia has ever made, or at the very least, it's the most important one she's ever made to date, because there's some really good history there that I don't think Eternia would mind me sharing with you all. It's nothing, hush-hush, so it's nothing like that. It's just she talked to me a lot about it, and I just thought I'd share it with you all, because that would magnify how big of a deal it was in the video. So when Kyrie EX showed up globally, Eternia and I were one of the first. Well, I don't say one of the first, like we were there the entire time. I mean, like as soon as she was released, when those first 1 or 2 minutes, Eternia and I pulled for her. And obviously, if you've been paying attention, I posted my video, but strangely, Eternia didn't. That was because I got Kyrie EX and she did not. And Eternia, being a, good person, she didn't want to post a video where she would pull for something and then not get it. And that actually makes sense. I'll have to be sure to do that in the future, because it almost sounds like if I, like say for example, if I post a video on Kyrie EX, like here's my Kyrie EX pulls, and then I don't get her, I can kind of see why that would be like clickbait, and I can see why people would be mad about that. So I'm actually glad she didn't, because that was a good lesson for me, that if I'm doing a banner pull for something and I record it but don't get it, I probably shouldn't post it. So I'm despite, her not getting it, and I do feel for her for not getting it, I am kind of glad she at least didn't upload it, because it would seem like clickbait to some people. So I can understand that. But getting back on track, you might be wondering, well, how do you know if she didn't upload it? Well, because again, Eternia talked to me a lot about it. There were some things going on, and I was doing my best to make her feel better. So she let me see the video where she did pull for Kyrie EX, and unfortunately she didn't get her. And so from that day forward, from the moment she did not get Kyrie EX that same day to today, I kept telling her, Eternia, you know what? It's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. Trust me. You will get Kyrie EX. You will. I promise you. You will. I got you covered. You will get Kyrie EX. And I was telling her that, I didn't tell her that like word for word every single day, but I was just keeping up the theme that, you got to have faith. It's more than being positive. Being positive is a good thing. It's a great thing. But more than that, you have to have faith when it comes to something like this. Like how I had faith that they'll make EX a guarantee. Some people still disagree just because, but I mean, at the same time, it's not set in stone, especially since Kyrie EX is an EX among EXs. But even if I'm wrong about that, that's fine, because I can't control that. That's not RNG. That's a straight up decision for them. Once RNG, or luck in real life, as it's called, happens, you have to have faith in whatever it is you're doing, because you have no say in what goes on. It's like, case in point, I have no control of whether I'll get paralyzed by Cloud once he cross-slashes me. I have no control if Second Chance will activate. I just have to hope beyond hope that, okay, A, I didn't get paralyzed, and then B, Second chance activates. What did I just say? Oh man. See, so look, it's happening as I speak. I mean, that's probably not going to happen again. I don't know, but honestly don't even care. That was exactly what I needed to happen right there. But as if to help demonstrate my point, you have to have faith when it comes to things like that. So getting back to Eternia and her pulls for Kyrie EX, well, before her pull, rather, I was telling her every single day, it's going to be okay, Eternia. I promise you. I promise you, you are going to get Kyrie EX. And I never, you can ask her yourself, I never said something like, well, you know, Eternia, if you don't get her, it's okay. You can just keep re-rolling your accounts or do whatever you need to do to try to get her for your other accounts or something like that because she's so game-breaking and apparently you can't do anything without her. I didn't say that, but that's a lot of how people think. It's like, if you don't get Kyrie EX, you might as well quit. Please don't. But a lot of people think that way. So with Eternia, I was like, you know, you're going to get her. I never said anything like, if you don't get her, do etc. I never said that because I knew she would get her. And eventually the day came where Eternia did pull for her, which is today. And we talked about Kyrie EX for a little bit. And I did her some, well, I don't want to call it a special favor because it wasn't a favor. It was something I did out of my own volition. That's something I chose to do out of the goodness of my own heart, her being my best friend and all. And in case it wasn't immediately obvious, she did get Kyrie EX. She finally did it. I kept telling her to have faith. Be not afraid. Only believe. You will get Kyrie EX. Not once was I negative about it. Not once did I say something like, well, it'll be okay if you don't get her because reasons. I never said anything like that. Every single time. Just believe, Eternia. I promise you, you will get Kyrie EX. You will. You will. You will. You will get Kyrie EX. Okay? Don't worry about a thing. You will get Kyrie EX. I promise you. I was just saying things like that over and over again. And just to hammer home the point that you would get Kyrie EX. Like, again, I don't want to get into Eternia's personal life because it's none of my business. But it was none of y'all's business, as a matter of fact, too. But she did share some things with me about that, and she was going through some stuff. So with the Kyrie EX thing, that was kind of like her, one of the glints of light in the darkness for her. So if she didn't get Kyrie EX, I imagine it would have been kind of bad. Not like immensely so, but just because Eternia is pretty good at bouncing back. So it wouldn't have been that bad, but it would have been, you know, bad. I'll just say that. It would have been bad. So that's all the more reason why I'm glad she did get Kyrie EX. But I'm not surprised at all when she messaged me that message that she had got it. And in the first pull, no less, I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, actually, I didn't say that. When she sent me the message, the first thing I said was, I told you so. And then, you know, I was just picking on her about it. But yeah, because I was telling her for like several days, literally from the point Kyrie EX came out to then, I was like, Eternia, you're going to get Kyrie EX. You will. Trust me. Don't sweat it. Don't think you won't. Believe you will. And you will. I promise you, you will. And not only did she get Kyrie EX, she got Kyrie EX on the first pull. The first pull. The first pull. So what are the odds of that? Especially when I kept hammering home the point without any solid proof, just sheer faith. Eternia, you will get Kyrie EX. That's all I had to go on. You will get her. Trust me. Believe in me. Believe in my faith in you. Let my faith support you. I will have faith for you. You will get Kyrie EX. And sure enough, Kyrie EX. First pull. How about that? So I'm extremely happy for Eternia. I wish my vocabulary was more, you know, expansive so I could use better words to express myself. But the best way I can say it is I am infinitely happy that Eternia, of all people, got Kyrie EX, especially the way she got Kyrie EX. So that's why I wanted to share that little story for you, because of how important it was to Eternia, especially, and then to myself. And then here you go again with a little faith magic here working. But yeah, I knew that was a big deal for Eternia, so I was very, very happy for her. You could argue that by having faith for her and keeping her motivated, that my faith was, dare I say, that I had faith unmoving. I would say so. So with that being said, my closing thoughts are, again, when it comes to Kyrie EX coming back as a guarantee, I would hope they do that. But like I said, that's not a luck or RNG thing. That's a straight up decision. So having faith in that, as much as I've been preaching about it, ultimately doesn't matter, because I can have all the faith in the world. If their answer is a definite no, it's not going to happen. But when it comes to something that is RNG or luck based, something you have no control over, no matter what, unless you hack the game or something. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about luck then, real life stuff, something you really can't influence. Luck, chance. You got to have faith for the better. When a friend or loved one gets sick and the doctors say that there's nothing they can do for them, that person is going to die or has X amount of months to live. When that happened to my Uncle Adam, he is dead now, by the way. He's been dead a couple of years. He probably outlived some of those doctors, because they told him he had, like, I think 7 weeks to live, and that dude ended up living almost 2 decades. So he outlived them. And then, of course, there are numerous examples in the world where they say something like so-and-so has an X amount of time to live, and there's nothing we can do, just hope for the best or whatever, or make your peace. And then they do get better. Now, of course, sometimes they do get worse, but I don't know. It's just I'm not going to say what I was about to say, because some people might get mad about that, but I will say this. Whether you believe or you don't believe, for the sake of your own well-being, I would highly suggest you have faith. If it's something you can't help, believe. I know it's like the most corniest thing in the entire world, but as Eternia saw, as you yourself saw twice really in this video, thanks to Cloud, you got to have faith. You got to be positive, but more than that, you have to have faith about things like that. I'm not exactly a good example for things like this, because I can't give real world examples like doctors and then things like that. But as far as this game is concerned, then I'll just go ahead and lower that ceiling. As far as this game is concerned, you have to have faith when it comes to things like that, because you can't help it. Being negative is not going to help you at all. And if you be negative, that might actually influence what happens to you. Like some people I love to do when they be overly negative and they talk about how they'll never get whatever. I'll be like, well, yeah, with that attitude, you won't. I actually told something like that to somebody quite a few days ago around Kyrie EX, as a matter of fact. They were being negative. And I was like, well, with that attitude, you're right. Etc. is not going to happen. Then the exact opposite with Eternia. Every single day, Eternia, you're going to get Kyrie EX. Trust me, you will get Kyrie EX. You will. Then she gets her on the very first try. So I hope Eternia's little adventure there, and me talking about how I've tried to support her through my faith about her getting Kyrie EX without having any shadow of a doubt at all, as well as Cloud himself in this video demonstrating what it's like to have faith. I hope I get my point across to you all. Some of you will take it to heart. Some of you will, be a bit immature about it, but I digress. For those of you who needed to hear it, I really hope it helped. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you around.